What is going on, Nintendo Nation? Hope you're having an awesome day. And in today's Super Mystery Dungeon video, I'm going to be talking about the Wind Continent in more detail. This is a video I was supposed to make weeks ago and I literally just forgot. But a good thing about forgetting is we actually got a high quality version of the Wind Continent, well, like the upper half of it. In the last trailer, one of the last trailers, I think it showed the Wind Continent in really good quality, so luckily I can analyse it in better detail. So, before we get into today's video, question of the day: will Explorer's Continent be back in Super Mystery Dungeon? Now, we know Blue and Red Regions is returning, but we don't know if Explorers of Time, Darkness and Skies is or Gates to Infinities. Now, there's been hints to it, and I ain't going to spoil it too much, but Kecleon has said something about Treasure Town, and then we've had some interesting stuff happening in the Connection Orb in the past couple of days. Definitely check that out. If you haven't seen that, just scroll back on my videos, you'll know what I'm on about when you see it. And yeah, I mean, for me personally, I want it to come back, obviously, and it probably will, but I just, I don't know, I've just got a bad feeling about it for some reason, that I get my, hopes up and then just let down. So we'll have to wait and see. Anyway, let's get into the video. So the Wind Continent, we don't really know too much about it. All we know is that there's a little village basically that Lapras can take you to. Now, there's two continents we know about so far, the Water and the Wind Continent. And the Water Continent is home to Serene Village and YY Town. Again, we don't know the English name for that town yet, but we will soon, I'm sure. And, that continent has two, main hubs, I guess. You've got the village and you've got the town. Now, so far we only know the village in the Wind Continent. We don't know if there's going to be any other villages or towns there. Maybe there's like a main town in each continent. That'd be really, really cool. But we'll just talk about what we know about the town and what we can see. So, basically, it's a small town. It's probably like Serene Village size, and it's filled with little houses and windmills. It's really nice looking, to be fair. Like, if you were going to live somewhere in the Mystery Dungeon universe, this ain't a bad place. You've got rivers, sea, everything. So, basically, we've got a few stores. We've got Kecleon, Hawlucha and Kangaskhan, which again is the same as Serene Village. YY Town is the only one that has more than like 3 stores so far that we know of. And also what's nice, a good attention to detail, which this game is really good at, by the way, Kecleon and Kangaskhan stores have little windmills attached to them. I thought that was a really nice touch. Now, before we go on to the high resolution scan of this image, some of the Pokemon aren't actually on that scan, so I'm just going to go on the lower resolution one and talk about the Pokemon that we can't see. So first of all, on the pier bit, there's a Swanna, Zigzagoon and Tentacool, with 3 random Pokemon, to be honest. And then there's a small little platform on the side, which is kind of weird, that little circular one. I don't know what that is, it's just a bit weird. Why is that there? I don't know if it has any purpose, but we'll have to wait and see. Now, after that, we can move on to the high resolution one. Oh, it looks so much better. And I'm just going to go through the list of Pokemon that we can see, and then I'll talk about them in more detail. So first of all, we can see Lairon, Palpitoad, Binacle, Gulpin, Purloin, Venonat, Whismur, Abra, Cottony, Amoonguss, Skorupi, Electrike, Pidgeotto, Unknown, Breloom, Stantler, and Paris. Now that's a big mix of Pokemon, all different, sizes and shapes and types. It's kind of interesting to see so many varieties, which is a really good thing, don't get me wrong. And what's interesting, we've already seen Amoonguss, Skorupi, and Electrike in a gameplay trailer before, and this is when Latios and Latias fall out the sky when it looks like they've turned to stone. We'll have to wait and see on that. And they fall into the forest. Now, where you're actually standing in the gameplay trailer is basically the far right hand side, where you're looking off to that path that goes towards the forest. You've got the windmill on the right hand side. Basically that is the same windmill, and obviously they're standing there in the image, so again it backs up that point. So that's interesting. We haven't really seen the Wind Continent too much, and we could barely see any of it there, but it's still nice to see it in some gameplay. And we can also see, which is quite interesting, again another nice attention to detail, a ducklet fountain. There's a face of a ducklet, it's just shooting water out. I just wanted to mention that because I thought it was a really cool and artistic element they added to the village, so it's really, really nice to see. And the town square has a different mark than YY Town. I'm not sure if each continent has a different mark. Honestly, don't know what that could mean. Maybe there is some relevance to it. Honestly, not sure. Definitely comment down below if you do think there is a relevance, or if you don't. It's fine. And I was also wondering, the windmills have their own patterns. I feel like I've seen it before, but I can't remember where. It's pink and yellow. Honestly, I don't know. And the bigger windmill does have a different pattern, kind of. It just kind of expands on from that. I don't know what it reminded me of, but I literally can't put my finger on it. And also, something that's quite interesting is that there's been some speculation that the Wind continent is actually Explorers of Time, Darkness and Skies continent. Now, just because we haven't seen this place before in Explorers doesn't mean it actually can't be, because there are so many places we've probably never visited in Explorers that we'll never know about. And obviously there's a link between Explorers of Sky and Sky Shaman, and obviously the Wind continent. When I saw the Wind continent in this image, with the wind blowing in the image, first thought was actually Sky Shaman, so there is a definite chance. The only problem is with this little village, I don't see an exit at all from the village, so I don't know how you can get to the forest to save Latios and Latias, unless you have to surf around on Lapras. I mean, there is that part on the right hand side, but it looks like there's a tree blocking it and it just goes around to a dead end. I honestly don't know. Like I said, we'll have to play the game and we'll find out. And also there's a little wooden sculpture on the right hand side. Honestly, I don't know what that is. Again, comment down below if you have any suggestions. I don't know what it is, to be honest. Just could be anything. It has to have some relevance. Why would they put it there anyway? And that is pretty much it. Like I said, we don't know too much on the Wind continent, but if I get any more details before the release of Super Mystery Dungeon, I will let you guys know. So, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you haven't subscribed already, big red button on screen and down below. You can join the Twintendo Nation today by just clicking that button. Definitely worth your time if you don't want to miss any other videos. And if you enjoyed this video, definitely hit the like button. It really helps our channel. We're growing absolutely astonishingly at the moment, so it's all thanks to you guys' hard work. And if you haven't seen our 2 previous videos, they're on screen right now. On the left hand side is a new trailer breakdown that I actually released yesterday, and it's basically just an overview trailer of how to play the game, but it's got some new pieces of information in it. It's got a boss battle confirmed, looks really cool. And on the right hand side, guys, you can see old characters returning in Pokémon Super Mystery Dungeon. What I mean by this? Well, you're gonna have to watch the video, but basically characters from Explorers and probably Blue Red Rescue Team and Gates of Infinity seem to be coming back, so definitely check that video out if you haven't seen it. And that is it, guys, so I hope you have an awesome day as usual, and I will see you on our next video. Peace!